Hey guys, and welcome back to Knight's Journey of Dreams. The story may be over, but the extras just go on and on until you scream at us for them to stop. For the love of God, please stop! Today we'll be checking out the locations of pretty much the first half of Will's story in terms of dream drops and the like. But the question I have to put to you, Richie, is what are dream drops exactly?
So, dream drops are little crystallized drops of water that magically appear in the dream world. If you look at the fountain there, we've got a number which says 6. That is how many dream drops we have at the present moment in time.
Oh, okay.
There are a grand total of 60 dream drops in the game, and I will be showing off all of them, bar one, because that was located in the Dream Gate, and I very obviously picked it up in the footage, and it's literally just right where the stairs appear.
Okay.
So you cannot miss it.
This is blowing my mind, because we did pass over this area, during the tutorial, when we were learning how to fly and whatnot, but it just looks so much bigger when you're exploring it on foot.
Oh, definitely. And also, you may have noticed that everything's really snowy and the music's different.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
So if you get a straight A rank run, this is what happens to the Dream Gate.
Nice.
You get snow, and you get an instrumental version of Dreamstream's Sweet Snow version playing.
Oh man, that's the good stuff.
Oh, it's just glorious.
See, we don't need knights to fly. Just jump in the well every so often.
So that was a dream drop right there, and essentially that is what these extras are gonna cover, apart from the end bit of the last one, which is just going to show off some of the other things that are available in the game. The only thing that I'm not showing off is the multiplayer function, because I'm not doing a repeat of Rodea this time.
I was gonna say. So, Kato, how did you take to collecting all the dream drops in the game, mate? Did you find it fun to go about and collect them, to snuff them out? Or did you find it repetitive and boring?
Some of them are okay. Some I got so annoyed at this, but really there's only really one which I really remember getting, because it has been quite a few years. And Richie does get it quite early. It's actually in this video.
Indeed.
I've never got a straight A rank, so I've never actually seen this version of the area. But it does make me kind of wish that they had done what they did with the original game, with setting the clock to certain days to get different versions of the areas and characters.
Yeah, I don't know, jack-o'-lanterns and whatnot for Halloween. For Christmas, you just put lights everywhere.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool. However, you say that they didn't do anything like that. You seem to forget My Dream, which certainly does react like that to things.
Who used My Dream?
I know, it's very true.
What is My Dream exactly?
You will find out what My Dream is at the end of the next part of the extras.
Okay, well, you're certainly hyping up future parts of these extras videos, mate.
So you get to My Dream through that door just there at the bottom of the stairs. And you will actually see me go into that door, but through the power of editing, I will not actually be going to My Dream just yet.
Okay.
Because this first bit of the extras was recorded in 2012.
Jesus.
When I did that original commentary. And then, all these years later, I came back and decided I wanted to get all of the dream drops. So I had to put a cut somewhere, and that was the place that made the most sense to me anyway, because obviously replaying through all these levels again, because that's what you essentially have to do to get the dream drops. You have to complete the level to get the dream drop. It was just a case of, well, I might as well wait until I have tried to maybe pick up a few more NiGHTS, because there are some dream drops in the My Dream area, and the only way that really you're going to get one of them is if you populate My Dream a bit more.
Oh, is this like a new version of the tutorial?
No, so it's exactly the same version of the tutorial, but because you have your personas, you can actually use them and change how things are.
I was gonna say, whoa, what's going on there?
I love the fact that Owl stops you in Dragon Form. It's just like, what are you doing?
I know. So it's exactly the same tutorial, but you can get to slightly different areas. And also, if you're in persona mode when you're speaking to Al, you just end up with some of the most ridiculous shots ever.
Yeah, it very clearly was not meant to be viewed like Persona was.
And this is something else, well, at some point during this I'll point out, or somewhere, you can turn into Dolphin Knights in the air if you so choose to.
Oh, brilliant.
It's just, and you will see me do that at some point, but it's not really going to do you a whole lot of favours. There's very little point unless you're in water.
So, I obviously am a dumbass and I wasn't paying attention. Why are we doing the tutorial again?
Because I wanted to get the dream drops, and the one under the water and the one in that cave, pretty much the only way that you're going to get them is using the personas, because the water one you need the dolphin persona, the one that's in that little cave bit, well, you can get it as Will. It's much easier to get when you are the dragon.
Okay, so I'm just loving this.
It's both funny, good, and annoying that you can replay the tutorial, but there are hidden elements in it.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
And this is actually a bit of the tutorial that you don't get to see in your first run-through, is basically when it's teaching you about acrobat mode, which is why these like yellow streamers appear. It's basically when you're like twisting the Wiimote.
Okay, get out of my body, Will, I guess.
So yeah, you've seen me using acrobat mode a little bit throughout the playthrough, and it's just a little fun thing. It doesn't add anything, it just looks fun.
Okay, fair enough.
So this is the entrance to my dream, but as I said, editing! So we are just going to go straight into Pure Valley and start collecting those dream drops.
Goody, goody gumdrops.
And I did make sure to go back through the footage and find the dream drops that I collected whilst recording the original playthrough, but didn't end up showing in the playthrough because they were part of takes that didn't get me an A rank.
Ah, okay, so the HFC version of the Knight's Journey of Dreams playthrough is the definitive Knight's Journey of Dreams experience.
Indeed, because when I did these extras for my channel just before my 7th YouTube anniversary, I didn't realise that I hadn't shown off those particular dream drops, so I feel like a bit of a dick, because that's not complete, but this is definitely complete. I made sure of it. There's just that one dream drop in the Dream Gate which definitely got picked up in the main run. So pretty much the way that dream drops work throughout the game is that in every chase mission, pretty much, there are 4 dream drops. You've got at least one which is going to be found on the ground, so you're going to have to go hunting as Will and Helen. And then the others will be located at some point during your flight. And then you've got all the other levels and stuff will happen. I'll explain more as we get to each of them.
Was there any particular reason for you dive bombing those Nightopians?
Well, I am paralooping them, because if you paraloop Nightopians within a level, then you get them into my dream, which is something that you're definitely going to be wanting to do. And also, because obviously this is essentially just replaying the entire game all over again, I'm going to do a little bit of speeding up through moments where nothing important is going on.
Oh, thank God! God, I wish you'd done that in the final parts of the story.
Well, yeah, but it's a different experience.
I know, my finale experience. Whoa, look at him go!
I just love listening to the music in Fast Forward, it's hilarious.
I know.
Yeah, Pure Valley Nightcall version.
I just thought that this would be a fun way of showing it all off, and also it means that you get to see me doing a full level 4 years after doing it when I'd kind of mastered the game, so to speak. So it's a way of seeing what skills I managed to keep and what skills I lost.
Yeah.
Because obviously 4 years is a long time in gaming to spend away from a certain game.
From what I can tell, you got faster but clumsier.
Yes, pretty much.
Very blunt, Carter.
I mean, it's perfectly accurate. I think the only levels where I definitely did better were the Link missions. And I think that's just because it was a little bit easier to get into the zone with them. There are certain things that I completely forgot you had to do. So, like, with this, you can't get on that string until you are just normal knights.
Alright. No dragons allowed, I guess.
Yeah, but you need the dragon to get the dream drop because it's located down here. So, it's just a lot of fun, and I'm going to be making a lot of use out of all of my personas because...
a bit too fast!
You see, Knights is going faster than Sonic at this point.
Seriously.
This is what Sonic needs. He needs to turn into a rocket multiple times.
He already has.
Yeah, I
I mean,
was
I
going
know he
to
already has, but he needs to do it going forward rather than going up.
say. This is fucking blowing my mind. It was worth showing up for comms today just to see this.
Now, obviously, because there are no dream drops in the hard mode stages of the bosses, you will not be seeing those.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
And also, even though it's not going to happen until the next part, I will say that even though you're going to see Wiseman again, I'm not going to show off the Riala fight again because obviously it doesn't really have a lot of importance.
I think that's like the only boss fight I'd appreciate seeing again just because of how cool it is.
It's true, but I think I did a lot worse, so I just thought, just shove that under the carpet a little bit, save a bit of time.
Yes, that's the me method of editing. Make it seem like I'm good at video games.
Yeah, that bit you hide, the rest you just speed up.
Exactly.
If it's going Mach 1, they can't see me fail.
When it comes to the Link missions, there is always only one dream drop in these. So, they're pretty simple to get. And so, funnily enough, the majority of them you will actually find by going to your left at the start of the level. Which kind of blows my mind a little bit, and it's a way that you don't really think of playing the levels, but it is the way that it's easier to find the dream drops.
Sorry, this is just inherently amusing to me for some reason.
Well, it's because it just looks ridiculous. And also just sounds really funny.
Yeah, so you definitely have to finish the level, like, properly in order to keep the dream drop.
Yes, you do.
Ugh, I hate that in video games. I think it was in another Sonic Team game, Sonic Rush Adventure.
I just think of Sonic R.
Well, there's that, but in Rush Adventure, like when you're grinding for like collectibles and materials and such, you do have to finish the levels in order to keep them, which is a bit of a wrench.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and now you're actually going to see this level as most people would probably play it, of it being an absolute bloody mess.
Okay.
Where you're just like, I don't know where anything is, I'm losing my Utopians left, right and centre, where are you bastards?
Oh, they're all dying.
And it's all because if you want that dream drop, you're pretty much guaranteeing that you're going to lose at least one of your Utopians, because it's hidden in the grass, really difficult to see. So the only way of getting it is just doing a loop round the bottom. But it's fine, because obviously I didn't need to get an A rank at this point, so it was just like, yeah, just sod it.
They're dying, Knights. Why won't you help them? I'm looking for collectibles.
Exactly. It's like the dream drops are far more important at this point. I've got my A rank off of you, Sod, so...
Oh, Jesus.
You've served your purpose.
Didn't realise you were such a user, Rusher.
Well, I'm not normally, but when it comes to this level... Yeah...
Oh, Jesus. Don't think I'll be able to handle, like, boats and roller coaster nights at top max speed.
Well, you're not actually going to see roller coaster nights at max speed because the level's so short anyway.
Oh, thank God.
You're going to see a little bit of boat nights at max speed. But you're also going to see the magic of crossfading. Because obviously I got one dream drop in this level during my initial recording session. And then I had to get this other one in this newer recording session. So I had to obviously blend the sessions together.
I don't think I recall the tricks from last time, so that's just really odd looking.
I know, that is because I just fell off the ramp.
Oh, okay.
The only way that you can get that dream drop is to jump at just the right moment in time. So it's a right bugger, and I had to restart so many times.
Yeah, not a fan of those types of collectibles either.
No. And, yep, there is the dream drop that I got the first time I was recording.
Nice.
Because, yeah. And then we just get to... So you get to see what one of my end results was the first time ever.
Alright, I'm waiting. I'm going to judge you.
Boing, 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 boing.
Okay, slow it down.
Also, Carter, I think this is we're coming up to one of the dream drops you absolutely hate.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah. So there's one which is actually quite easy to get, because that's just all the way back here, around a corner. The other one takes a long time to get to, and we're all going to suffer together.
Okay. Well, I'm just kind of chill right now, really.
Now, something I do quite like is that in certain locations you will find Owl hovering about, or he will appear, and essentially he's there to indicate that there is a dream drop nearby if you haven't already spotted it. The only thing is that if you're just playing this level normally, why the hell would you come this far away from the cage?
Exactly.
It's like, I like the principle of being able to explore, but it doesn't really serve much of a purpose, really.
I just love that they actually did bother to give Will and Helen like an alternate walking animation when they're going downhill.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's kind of fancy.
It looks awkward to me.
Well, that's what kids walking down a hill generally tend to look like, I would imagine. Oh, jeez!
Yeah, it's fine, I just decided to break his ankles.
Yeah.
But yes, to get this dream drop, you've got to climb all the way up to the top of this tower.
Spiral Mountain be damned.
Oh, can you imagine if you had to jump up these steps instead of just walk up?
Oh, I know. Oh, it would have been dire. And you know how I mentioned the Awakers?
Uh-huh.
Well, they can turn up in these missions as well. And as you can see by the timer in the bottom, and there's no clocks to help you out here. So you've not really got a whole lot of time to do your exploration in before you've got to book it tonight and get started with the level. And you will see just how close I cut this.
God, how tall is this thing?
It's too tall. It's far too tall.
It's alright, Carter, the nightmare's over.
Well, no, because now I need to get all the way back up to where Knights is, and that means more stairs.
Okay, I'm calling bullshit on Helen spraining her ankle, considering Will just jumped off a mountain.
Yeah. He's jumped off multiple mountains at this point, because he jumped from the top of there down, and he's jumped from the top of the actual mountain all the way back down again.
Will don't give a shit.
I know.
Oh, come on, let's just face it, it's because Will's a sporty kid. He's got the endurance.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, it's gonna be a fine one. Nice.
Whew. But don't worry, you will actually see the Awakers at some point during this playthrough.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious now.
They're quite cute.
Oh.
They're not terrifying, but they're quite cute.
What's the fucking point then?
I know. Yeah. Now, I actually got a little bit confused trying to get this next dream drop. So it's not pretty.
Okay. Judging you.
It's fine. It's because I got confused because the description for this is floating island above where the Goodle goes.
Huh? The fuck is a Goodle?
The Goodle is the Nightmare that we're following.
Okay.
So I was just like, I thought that was the floating island. It's not an island. So we're going to get it on this loop round. Don't worry. I ceased being a complete nitwit.
A few roundabout laps is fine.
Yeah. So you should just be able to see the island coming up in a second or two. It's right there. So the Goodle goes under the water. What you want to do is just stay above the water, and then you can see the dream drop. So it's not too difficult, it's a little bit difficult to spot. And that's probably one of the bigger problems I have with the dream drops as a whole, is that sometimes you're just like, how the hell am I meant to know that that's there?
Well, that's artificially leveling the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I suppose it means you've got to try and explore, but then the game's not really structured to allow for exploration in that sense.
And you're on a time limit, so it punishes you for not exploring in just the right way.
Yeah. So, that's annoying, but then, considering the dream drops are just a very small extra collectible, It's no big deal. I can forgive them for
It's
it.
nice that they at least did something.
Exactly. And what the Dream Drops unlock is also quite a nice little Easter egg.
Okay. Curious now.
Well, you'll see that right at the end of the extras.
Oh man, all this hype for the final part.
I know! Now, this is a Dream Drop that, yeah, I had to redo the level to get. 'Cause basically, I missed it. Because it's right here in this,
Oh wow.
jet stream. Obviously, you need to be in Dragon to get it. And actually being in Dragon means that you don't get put into the different, camera orientation.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a weird section. But yeah, I just got screwed out of it and then had to redo the level to pick it up.
Hey, you said roller coaster nights won't be seen in Fast Forward.
Well, yeah, I forgot about that bit. I always forget about that bit. And, you know, seeing as we've got the key, might as well just go backwards around the level instead of trying to get around the entire thing
Might as well.
again. I'd run out of time at that point.
CCD.
Yeah, I didn't do too well on the chase missions this time around.
I want to see a speedrun of Sonic Colors in Fast Forward. I think it would be amazing.
Just play all the Sonic games in Fast Forward.
Oh, Jesus.
I think you'd probably just blow your mind.
Sounds like something Flame would do.
Might have to challenge him to do that at some point.
Oh, I should race him in a Sonic game one of these days.
You should.
Yeah. I've just kind of gone off streaming, really. Oh well.
Yes, it's fair enough.
Maybe next year.
Well, Tom, I mean, you could totally just steal the format of a few other YouTubers and do like a versus.
Interesting. And anyway, getting back to Dream Drops, what's the dealio here, mate?
So this one was located just to the left of where we started. Just swim down, pick it up, and then finish the level.
Okay.
So nothing too difficult, really. There's quite a few Dream Drops that are like that, which I'm fine with. Once again, this is a level which only has one Dream Drop, and as I said, it's very consistent with how you pick them all up.
Okay.
Because every chase mission has 4, every link mission has 1, every mission sort of like that has 1, and then every coaster / river rescue / ground mission has 2.
Alrighty.
The only exception to that, I believe, is Bellbridge, which has 3 Dream Drops in total. So 1 for each mare, essentially, although I might be wrong on that. I think it is 3. We'll see when we get there.
Oh, we're coming for you, Octopus.
This poor creature.
I know. Now he's trying to get away even quicker because he's just terrified.
Yeah, I have to remind myself that you're not actually moving quicker, it's just the video.
I know. It would be cool if I was moving quicker, though, wouldn't it?
It's like, the cows in here are small, the ones out there are far away.
That would actually be an interesting unlockable, like a speed up mode. We have to try and play the whole game, but in fast forward.
Also, new record! Hell yeah!
Okay, you beat your own record, good stuff.
Coaster Knights is amused.
Oh, Jesus.
Coast Knights has 2 Dream Drops, as I already mentioned. One of them is just before a rock. The other one is just after a jump. And I picked up one when I did the first recording session, and so the other one had to get picked up this time round. So, crossfade again. So there's one. I bet you hardly even saw that.
I just barely caught it.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to spot. But that one's quite easy to get. And to be fair, this next one is relatively easy to get as well. It's just that you tend to be a little more focused on trying to finish the level after that, because it's going to be so tight.
How did I not notice the stars coming out of his bum?
I think it's because you were slightly gobsmacked at the fact of Coaster Knights being a thing.
Yeah, his mere existence.
I was just called it Dream Sparkles.
Yeah, that's a little bit more PG, I think.
So there's the last one, and that is the last Dream Drop for this part.
Now that one I did not see, so...
Yeah, so just coming out of the tunnel. And just look at how close this is going to be.
9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, I wasn't that close.
Oh, it was close.
I've seen worse. Okay, guys, we'll see you next time when we collect more dream drops. And maybe even more. I should really time the end of these videos properly. Damn you, Tom! Damn you!